Thank you very much, Ketan. My dear friend Ketan Deshpande and Santosh Hurlikappi. The kind of work, and all the dignitaries on the dais, of course, and of the dais, and all the August gathering here on the occasion of the opening of the Future Skills Institute. Friends Union for Energizing Lives. Was this first time I heard almost 1.5 decade back when I met Santosh and Ketan. And I also thought these boys are young, wanting to do something. And as normally we all always take things lightly, because it's just a human nature. We never take anybody, including ourselves, seriously. That is where problem is there. Because nobody knows the kind of power God has given it to us to give this life, but we take it very lightly, and that is where the big question mark starts. So as I said, wonderful idea, very good. I think you guys are trying to do good, but then this reminds me of a great author and his quote. What it says that Napoleon Hill, he says, if you can conceive something and firmly believe into it, you can bring it to reality. And here is a great classic example in front of us. These two young boys, unassuming fellows, and creating kind of impact on this, not only the society, in our country I am saying, in the world for that matter. They have taken this skill development. Of course, government talks about so many ideas, so many shops, so much of because budget they will allocate. But there has to be somebody to make use of it. There has to be the real good channel to take it forward. And people don't understand, don't try to take the advantage, and what we do is only criticizing. Simple thing. Arey, government kuch nahi karta. Let any government be there. How does it matter? Because that is hardly, because matters, because whether it is BJP, whether it's Congress, we are not here to talk about that. We are here to take the advantage of the because government which they are coming out with. So skill development is something not new, and the strength of our country is two things. One is population, second is our education. Education which started the thousands of years back, because which this country has got that rich heritage about the Vedanta treatise, philosophy, spirituality, which nobody knew. Today whole world is talking about it. But people were taking things again lightly, and here these boys, what they are doing is amazing job. And of course they keep mentioning my name, but my contribution is probably very small. And now they are officially mentioned me that okay, because you are our mentor, advisor, so that puts big responsibility on my shoulder too. And I assure you, because I'm not going to take it lightly, because I'm a successful entrepreneur. I started my life also from the absolute zero, and I know the recipe is very simple. There is nothing else required, because one has to put the intelligent, result-oriented efforts towards whatever we are doing. Hard work everybody does. Donkeys do a lot of hard work, but then there is a differentiation between, because doing the hard work and doing the intelligent work. As rightly Santosh mentioned, Ketan, you give him a small thread, and because he can climb the mountain. How that is possible? Only with your sheer will, wish, that kind of positive approach towards whatever you are doing. Nothing is difficult. We say there is no word into the dictionary impossible. But how do we overcome that? Overcome is only to do with your own sheer initiative, your own hard work. So kind of work, phenomenal work, because I met their team, and many of the occasions, because I attended their programs, they have gone to the level of Abdul Kalam, Mr. Kovind, Mr. Or PM, Mr. Modi, and so forth. That name will never stop, because they need. It's not that because government is doing any favor to us. this fuel, this institution is going to do a great contribution in the building this nation. So education is very, very important. Because we can give, there is saying, because you can, because if somebody is hungry, giving him a fish is not answer. It's one time. Teaching them to, because how to catch the fish. And that is what this because institution is doing. See these youngsters, just now I saw two kids coming and speaking about their experience, because the kind of attachment, because the friendly atmosphere creating, because giving that kind of energy boosting to them, very, very important. Because what we do for ourselves is, because now it is no more important. After a certain level, there is a Sanskrit slok which says, Asatoma Sadgamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. What is the meaning of this slok? Asatoma Sadgamaya says that take, because each and every person, including yourself, on the path of the truth. So, meaning is basically to because teach yourself what is right, what is wrong. Simple. There is a thin line where people go wrong, but we can't blame them. It's a duty of the society. It's a family, society, or because the state or nation. So these guys are on the path of taking youngsters on the path of the truthfulness because for their good. Second, what is that? Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya. Take the people from the darkness towards the light. What is it? It's not showing the torch of knowledge. At all level, learning is never-ending process, we say. So every level, because you learn something new, because there is something new to be learned. So this institution, what is doing? We are in the industry of construction. Today I have direct employee around 1,400 who are on payroll, and indirect labor force is around close to peak time 8 to 10,000. So there is a 10,000 people family is associated with us, we say. What does that mean? Because it is a huge responsibility to teach them, and I'm of course, because I'm going to speak to Ketan and Santosh also, I want to implement and each and every site of ours, the skill program in some form where, because that education, whatever we're going to give to our own, because labor class, to upgrade them is going to add value to our organization or any organization or to the contribution of growth of this country. Last it says, Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. It's not that because we all are immortal. We all know that because one day we all have to leave this world and go. Because I always keep saying, this is one life. Nobody knows how, because we are come in this world. Nobody has come with his will and wish to. You come alone, you go alone. When time comes, because your birth is there, because, okay, of course, let me wish Ketan, it's your birthday, and it's a great because occasion for all of us to open this Future Skill Institute, and this is not the end of it, is the beginning of the story, because the university story is also not very far, because I'm witnessing, because they have been growing very effectively and very solid way, step by step, and I'm sure, because it's a matter of time, and we'll be talking another great function where we all will be, because witnessing that ceremony of the university opening. So, Mrityorma Amritam Gama is this, just coming in this world and like animal, eating, sleeping, producing, growing and dying is one, but creating your impact, what is called legacy. It's not in the form of bank balance. It's the form of the kind of, because enrichment what you are giving to this society, because this knowledge what we're going to share with the society, it is going to be the humongous, and that is what will make that legacy. So people become immortal, because there are a number of examples. Because Mahatma Gandhi, because who used to just wear the pancha, but then because he was from Gandhi to become the Mahatma Gandhi. Because our Calcutta, this, what is that lady, Mother Teresa, she was a just simple nurse or because a teacher. And how could she become because Mother Teresa? Only because she saw on the road a small beggar because dying because out of the poverty, that opened her eyes. There are stories in our country, not only today because Gandhi's or Savarkar or because Mother Teresa, Gautam Buddha, whole world talks about it. How could because that king because given up everything and because because devoted his whole life towards what? Again, giving that support to the society and empowering, enriching the society. I think we can go on talking on this subject because there are many big dignitaries sitting on the dais, their experience. Because I'm so happy the kind of Amitabh Kant or Piyush Goyal, because these guys are not an ordinary people to give their time, because the Consul General of US, because they are not here to please anybody or not to do something to because take any advantage for them. These guys are devoted. Amitabh Kant, because I have a great respect for this man. There are a lot of bureaucrats, but then because in that because we differentiate not because of their look or their bank balance, because differentiate because of their contribution towards this society. So whole purpose of today we gathering here is to again because not to praise but then to make aware all of us, as I started with that, because we ourselves, because many of the time, because most of the people in this world, because they do not know the kind of power they have. So let us, because ignite, let that atom bomb which is there in each of us in the form of knowledge to come out and help this cause, because to take it to the next level. And world is there. जो बोलते हैं ना, because if anything, because if you do it पूरी शिद्दत से जब आप कोई भी काम करते हो तो पूरी कायनात because it will support you. So that is the example here, because you don't need to beg of anybody. You don't need to go after everybody. Sir, please help us. No, I want to help. You? I want to come forward. I want to do something. And why I'm saying, because both you guys are real inspiration to me too, because I may be successful in my own business, but when I see somebody doing for a cause, then you realize, oh my God, there is something beyond that too. So take my word, we'll truly take this to the different level, selflessly for the cause. And whenever, because you need my help or on my own, so I'll be definitely there to contribute. I can go on and on and on, but then as I said, because let's listen to the great dignitary sitting here. I'll end with, because Ketan started with some shairi, Santosh also said, so I'll also say a few words, because लहरों से डर कर नैया पार नहीं होती एंड कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. Thank you very much.